Only Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile.
We'll give you a free year of service.
Free year?
When you buy a new 5G phone.
New 5G phone?
Enough.
But I'm your hype man. When you purchase an eligible device, you get $25 off every month for 12 months with credits totaling 1 year of free service. Taxes extra for the device and service plan. Online only.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows home so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all on the app. Download today.
Welcome to episode 83 of Winging It. The Roefs is on fire. No, that works on about a million different levels because we don't do a show for 1 week and the world's falling apart. Are we to blame?
Albert is.
Why? Listen, it's such a spicy world out there. You saying that someone might actually believe it is us. So
yeah, okay, sorry.
Let's not do that.
It's not Albert's fault.
Somebody somewhere will think it's our fault because that's just how the internet works.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to open this beer. I think I'm alone on beers tonight, right? So I've got a Hazy Jane by Brewdog. Sans Guava.
Pardon?
There's a Hazy Jane with guava version.
Oh, I thought isn't Sans Guava a font?
Very good. So, what are we talking about? Well, first up...
I don't think we've quite finished talking about your wanky beer. Listen, you know it's wank when there's an option with or without guava.
Guava, yeah.
I wish I had the guava version.
I was going to say, just drink a Rubicon.
Hold the guava. Listen, I've had far too much guava the last few days. Can you just...
You just hold the guava.
This is a tropical state of mind.
That's one way of putting it.
Right. Well, first up, we should talk hats, really. Anyone who's ordered a hat, thank you. They will be shipped soon. Just as soon as Albert's mate pulls his finger out of his arse.
Out of Albert's arse or his own?
Both.
Rest assured, he will wash his hands before handling the hats.
Yep. So, yeah, thank you for your patience and thank you for everyone who's ordered. They will be with you shortly. Right. Yes, the world's fallen apart since we last gone. So, first up, the world fell apart at Forest with Nuno out of the blue going after they signed half of Botafogo.
And already sent one of them back on loan to Botafogo.
That's fine. Yeah. Big engine. That you know what that means. We get Albert's big engine impression a couple more times.
It's like AI. It's like an AI football team. It's like, how can they make me hate them even more? Fucking appoint Big Ange. Fuck that.
I mean, didn't realise is after Ange won the Europa League with Spurs, Marinakis awarded him like a special award for achievement as a Greek man. Yeah, nothing.
What award ceremony?
One he just made up.
I think, legit, I think I know the answer. It was the launch of the new season of the Greek Super League. And Marinakis and Postecoglou were there at the same table. Because I think Marinakis is the president.
Let's face it, probably just a table for two.
And he gave him an award for being the first Greek-born manager to win a European Cup or something. Something like that.
Wow.
Anyway,
was the award in the form of a gun at the base of his spine saying, you're going to come and fucking work for me now?
Yeah, and his acceptance speech was just him saying, thank you, Mr. Marinakis, over and over again.
Yeah.
Weird.
But who is Mr. Marinakis to just be giving out awards? Is he like, is he in some sort of capacity, or he's just decided I'm going to give him an award? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I think he's just decided.
He's the Don.
What's quite funny?
What the British equivalent would be?
I don't know, but Harry Redknapp would get it.
Terrific.
Get him in.
Well, I was going to say it'd be like Alan Sugar giving someone an award, but you're not allowed to mention Alan Sugar because he sets the lawyers on you.
Shut the podcast down immediately.
So you literally employed Christian Gross, mate. You got nothing. JB Redknapp was all right. Shortly after that, the world then further falls apart. And some bloke that only Laura Woods had heard of, apparently, gets killed. And we end up with loads of flag shaggers on the street. I mean, Laura Woods, talk about shooting yourself in the foot. But there you go. I did enjoy a tweet saying that why would you expect anything less from her? She's stupid enough to have married someone who's been on Love Island twice. Are they married? I don't know. Together, whatever. We've had the season ticket debacle, season ticket plus, people getting empty boxes with other people's names on them.
Season ticket minus. They should be doing that.
People not getting the full contents of the box, like loads of people had their pins missing and stuff like that. So
I might as well have been sent an empty one, because when I opened it, my kids descended upon me like vultures and just swiped everything out of it.
Picked it clean.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was going to use the notebook to just make notes for the pod. Have it just while I'm doing the pod. That's gone.
Oh.
It's been lost to scribbles galore.
Any pictures of guavas in there, really?
No.
Not yet.
Just lots of
Sans.
animals.
It's a notebook sans guava.
No, but would you say a season ticket plus debacle was no QR code?
I'd love a QR. All I want is keep your pins. All I want is a QR code. Well, more specifically, my mate Jim would really like a QR code.
Is he not a member? Can't you just transfer it to him?
Yeah, mate. Well, he might be. I don't know. He's old and losing his mind. His tech support is not a service that I'm willing to provide.
You can't transfer it to his 3210. Is that the problem?
I've got Arthur a 3210 this week. It's pretty sick. I'm thinking of swapping it.
We can play a wicked game of Snake.
Snake, you got it.
Did you really get him a 3210?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's big.
It's a new one. They've relaunched it.
Have they?
Yeah.
Now.
Just need to download a polyphonic version of Glad All Over, and it's 2001 all over again.
It's the new Crazy Frog.
It'll be, if 3210s are making a comeback, there's no point taking the plastic lids off our bottles.
Yeah.
There's a new danger for referees.
Yeah. What was it? The 3310 where you could compose your own polyphonic ringtones. Someone, a friend of mine, mate of my brother's, John, definitely had a stab at a self-composed Glad All Over.
Nice.
That was fair to middling at best.
Didn't the 3310 get really small though? So that'd be less of a danger.
Smaller and slightly chubbier, I would say.
I'm leaving that alone.
You should, listeners, if you could see our faces. Very good. We left it alone. And then to top it,
the faces.
Not like that time where Hesketh thrust these.
He arranged himself.
Listen,
when Hesketh went free at the back.
And then on top of that, today we've had the Millwall ticket debacle, where anyone trying to add their ticket to their wallet couldn't for long enough for the whole internet to be crying. But
I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, I obviously panicked within about 5 seconds. Made sure
everyone.
Texted you lot, went on the BBS and asked if anyone else had the problem. Then just waited a bit and it was fine. So we'll find out if it's still fine because Albert is.
Oh, that's got a QR code. Fuck yeah.
There we go.
Can we play them every week?
Isn't it QR code to sponsor Watford's shirt? Something with a Q.
You seem to know more about Watford than I do. So we'll go with your judgment.
All right. Anyway, look, I'm not done with the world ending yet since we last recorded because we've also had in with us heading to Lublin in Poland for the Dynamo Kyiv game. Russia have been caught offside flying drones in Poland. Polish.
The flag's gone up.
Poland shot some of the drones down. 3 of the major airports are closed, which are Warsaw, Lublin, which is where we're playing. Warsaw, loads of Palace fans flying in, and Rzeszów Airport, which is where I'm flying to, which is, considering that word starts with R, I'm not quite sure how it's Rzeszów, but there you go. Poland invoked Article 4 of the NATO treaty, the equivalent of calling all their boys to come and back the beef, basically. Now NATO nations, including UK, France and Germany, are all patrolling the airspace. And the Poles, probably in the Arthur, are signing up for voluntary military training. As if they ain't all hard enough already.
Bloody hell.
And yesterday, Polish airspace was closed again for 30 minutes, but it was a false alarm, apparently.
Low blocks.
So they just keep trying to keep us out of Europe, Albert. Will we ever go?
Relegated with 48 points when they got rid of 4 teams. Not allowed into Europe in whatever year that was because of the Hoolies. Now we can't go because fucking World War III.
Typical.
Yeah,
don't even have fucking guava in our brewdog. Forget it.
Yeah. I wonder if they have guava-infused beers in Poland. You think I should be bopping around Rzeszów asking for guava beers?
You go first. I'm slightly annoyed because I didn't tick the insurance on the flights for if something goes wrong. So fingers crossed it can all resolve itself. If only for the peace of and goodwill of all men and women on earth, but so we can play a football match, please.
Yeah, I was trying to look around if there's a chance that they just move it to Selhurst, but it doesn't seem to be the way that UEFA approach things. So it'd be likely moved to a different country or more west in Poland, maybe. I don't know. So we'll have to see how it goes. But there's definitely a chance it might get moved if
game cancelled 3-0 to Kiev. That's how UEFA roll.
Yeah, because it's been on the blower and we've already lost.
Yeah, maybe, but we'll see. But no, obviously things will have to change. I think if it was tomorrow now, it would probably go ahead. But we'll have to see what happens over the next few weeks. But hopefully it will all go off without a hitch.
It also just means the club have absolutely got an excuse lined up to why tickets just haven't been released yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I assume there's got to be a reason why. Has to be a reason.
We're useless.
I hope so.
They just don't fancy it.
We're not saying we knew what the Russian military were planning, but
you know what? If it turns out that Byfield has sent those fucking drones to cover the ticket office, I'll be livid.
It's more like we've accidentally put all of the tickets into a season ticket plus box. Someone in West Sussex has got a box full of Dynamo Kyiv tickets. Yeah. Right, and also, since the last pod, Gay stayed, and Glasner, I really enjoyed his press conference this week, just before Sunderland, saying, this is the last time I'm talking about this. Did you enjoy that whole spiel from Glasner Hesketh? Do you think it was true, fully 100% true, or do you think there was a bit of all the heads had got together and said, let's put a little message out there? What do you think?
I did enjoy it a lot. I think he's really, really good with the media and talks a lot. It does more than just give the sort of standard boring answers that a lot of the Premier League managers give these days. I think it was probably true. I mean, he might have smoothed over a couple of edges here and there. But he said that he and Parish had a talk, and Parish came out and said, look, if we sell Gay, are we going to be able to handle it? And Glasner said, if his replacement is this kid with 1,000 minutes in League One, however good he is, then no. So apparently Parish made the decision and decided to go with Glasner and say, okay, then we're not selling him. Spoke to Mark and everything's fine.
After the gym class.
What's that?
After the gym class.
After the gym class. I liked it because he obviously knew those sort of questions are coming, and even when you say, I'm not talking about it anymore, the journalists will still sort of try and prod a bit. Or we saw that with the Eze stuff before he went. But I thought Glasner handled it really well. We've all sort of moved on. He made it clear that Mark is still the captain. He's very professional. He's going to get on with it. And we saw, already that he's carrying on as he always did. Scored for England, played well again on Saturday. So all's rosy there, I think.
Goal and an assist for England. What was a mightily impressive performance for England, to be honest. And you said he's not on first term basis anymore, but it was a terrible game for Eze, who didn't even play because we looked very good going forward without him. So, but yeah, Mark was excellent in that as well. And congratulations on getting your first goal for England. Devaney got a goal as well for Northern Ireland. Mm-hmm. Man of match performance as well against Germany. That was a tough loss for them. They did really well up until a couple of late-ish goals from Germany. But yeah, fair play to those guys. I don't know how I feel about what Glasner said, in the sense of whether it was just let's get our ducks in order and make everyone want to hear what they need to hear. But I hope it's not. I hope that's how it went down, and that it is truly, as Glasner said, to Parish's credit, he decided, I'm not going to sell him, because then, like we were talking about before, the fan won through, right? Because as a lot of people were talking about, I know it's not my money. I don't care. I want Mark Gay still to play for us. We've got a better chance of winning things. So it's lovely if that is the case. But the old cynic in me. You touched on the fitness class there, Albert. I mean, that has to be utter bollocks. It can't be real. And when it was actually looks back and reverse engineered to where that source came from, it was bollocks. But it was a fun. The most annoying thing about it was it happened as we were recording the last pod, so we missed it.
That's true enough. What was the source traced back to?
I don't know. I think a Liverpool fan had made it up on like a rumour website or something.
It just sums up the whole transfer deadline day, doesn't it? Really?
Why that story is so good is because it's kind of plausible.
Absolutely.
Parish being in a fitness class in Soho is kind of plausible.
Completely. And the plug isn't quite all the way in on the fax machine.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah. Well, I was more envisioning him in the Call on Me music video.
Oh. How strong's that beer?
Call on Steve. Call on Steve.
Sounds like you're calling him on, Jesus.
Well, you can kind of picture Hesketh rearranging himself that time.
I already have.
And Parish in some little gym shorts just thrusting along to some Zumba or something.
I hope everyone has been paying attention to this whole episode so far, because if you start paying attention now and that's what you hear, we're losing some listeners.
Yes, good job. Right, Sunderland then. Now, you guys are going to have to help me here because I was not at the game. I was at a crazy 40th birthday party in just outside Frankfurt, which was in a zoo, and there were just like giraffes hanging about by the deck where we were eating food and drinking drinks. It was very strange.
Is this during the day? Or is this an evening affair?
This was early afternoon into the night affair. So, yeah, sort of like 4 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, the giraffes just come and had a little trot around before they went to bed with the zebras. And I don't know what the other things were. Like, they weren't bison. They were some kind of, I don't know.
Can I just check? Did this actually happen? Or have you, has someone dropped something in your hazy doodah? And
no, this actually happened.
Wow.
First up, the giraffe, I confused it to be that new signing in the women's team. He's about 14 foot tall. or as Albert said, with the women's sponsorship shirt, 10 foot tall. That was your joke.
Thanks.
She scored as well in the 4-4 against Southampton.
Don't tell me.
It was a towering back post header where the ball,
yeah, of course,
it wasn't really, kind of like hit her on the back and went in.
Headed from her own back post. Gosh.
Only Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile.
We'll give you a free year of service.
Free year?
When you buy a new 5G phone.
New 5G phone?
Enough.
But I'm your hype man. When you purchase an eligible device, you get $25 off every month for 12 months with credits totaling 1 year of free service. Taxes extra for the device and service plan. Online only.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows home so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all on the app. Download today.
What was
so
about
Sunderland? Yeah, help me out.
From giraffes to black cats. What was that? Hey, come on.
Great stuff.
Isn't it?
So I'm basing it on what I saw in the highlights. I was trying to watch it. It was on a stream. It was in and out. I was moving between venues. It was just a nightmare. So I couldn't really get a feel for the game. I've watched the highlights back. So
terrible signal in the reptile house.
Yeah, all I kept getting on my 3210 was oh, gonna need to download that sound now as a clip. So I know, unless anyone else has got anything to offer, I've got Siddiqui firing high and wide after Munoz had absolutely hacked someone down from behind to get a booking quite early on. Before we sort of get into the Jeremy Pino show, is that fair to say? First shot from outside the box goes wide, and then Kamada gives him a massive chance. What were your thoughts on Pino? Start with you, Hesketh.
I thought he was really good. He grew into the game a lot, I think, because he played on the right-hand side in the first half. And there was a few times during the half when we didn't have much of the ball to begin with, and we were sort of tonking it up the pitch, and not having Sarr there was really apparent for quite a bit. But he played himself into the game. He had a shot that went wide, which was a decent effort. Obviously, his chance from the pass from Daichi, which was an unbelievable pass, by the way. He should have done better. I mean, I think Albert, it was up your end, so you might have had a better sort of viewpoint of, I guess he was trying to go back across the goalie and he just sort of screwed it wide.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we'll get into the second half where he was a lot more improved. But I thought he was good. I mean, he saw a fair bit of the ball in the first half, and you can see there's a play there. He had a couple of really nice little flicks. One that almost sent Mateta through, which was really good in the first half. And I think it's just one of those where he's obviously a new player and he needs to get on the same wavelength as Munoz if he's playing on that side. Or Ty on the left. So I think it will come. But I thought first half he was okay, and second half he got a lot better. What do you think, Albert?
Yeah, I always think with new signings, it's always a good indication that you can see what they're trying to do, even if not all of it's coming off, and you can see, again in the first half, Sunderland had quite a surprising amount of the ball. And at times they looked like they were the home team, but when we had the ball, particularly when Pino had it, again you can see that he's not doing that. Just go through the motions, play safe, get a 7 out of 10 performance, and he's come in, and we saw it with his cameo against Villa. Like he's come here to play football, and he's clearly got the talent and the skills, and he's you can tell he's a player with vision as well, which is good. Whether that's looking for passes or looking to get on the end of passes, I thought him and Munoz sort of linked up fairly well. They were looking for each other, with obviously Pino being on the right and Munoz overlapping. But yeah, I mean overall, I didn't think it was a terrible performance from the team. It's just a bit of a frustrating one, and I'm sure we'll move on to the goals that we almost scored. But yeah, first half was cagey to say the least, but yes, second half I think we were certainly the team that looked most likely to win it if anyone was going to. But spoiler alert, no one did.
Yeah, the first half was what I got to see a lot more of, and I think once he's on that wavelength, as you mentioned, Hesketh, I think he's going to be some signing. He's got all the attributes that we need. He's a goal threat. He can dribble. He can shoot from range. He looks to unlock as well. So he's got all those options of whether I'm like, I can dribble at you and run between the lines, or I can open you up with passes from there as well. I was looking at some stats about his time at Villarreal and just how many big chances he creates, which is incredibly impressive, like to the tune of like triple what Eze does. So it will be interesting to see how that comes across in the Premier League and it works out. And on top of that as well, not scared of doing the defensive side, like really, really tenacious at trying to win the ball back high up the pitch and stuff like that. So yeah, I was thoroughly impressed, even if it didn't all quite come off in the first half. And let's face it, he should have been putting that chance away from that Kamada pass. Absolutely brilliant. And then the other thing that stood out from the half as well was a brilliant Tyrick Mitchell block at the back post, which, yeah, very, very impressive from Mitchell.
It was really good. He I think he misjudged the ball with the header, so he went from like lousing something up to absolutely making up for it within about half a second. So that was good. I thought he had a good game as well. And once we move on to the second half, I think I mentioned on the pod before, but my mate I stand with, Phil, was always made a point of being like, Eze just doesn't want to pass to Ty unless he absolutely has to. I don't think he's going to have that problem with Pino on that side, because they were linking up nicely second half.
Yeah, and quite early on, he puts Mitchell away down the left and he gets the cross in, and Mateta's shot is saved well from Roefs as he starts to. I think there was no shots on target in the first half from either team, and then we end up with quite a few in the second. So he saves Mateta's shot really well. I don't think he would have had much chance with Pino's follow up, but it's their turn to put in an incredible block. That was it, even like a double block, maybe like the guy who slides across the floor gets a touch on it first, and then it hits the guy who's standing up and goes over I guess, Heskey, from where you stand, you must have thought it was in when it left Pino's foot.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe the goal he had saved from JP. It happened so quick, and he got down so well, and then you just see Pino like charging in, and yeah, you just assume in that split second he's just going to smash it into the net. So it was a brilliant bit of defending, and like you say, that first save from the keeper was a sign of things to come in the second half, because I thought we were much better. Coincided, and I'm a fan of his, but coincided with Lerma going off, because he had a bad game. His passing's probably the weakest area of his game, but like positionally, he was pretty rough as well. And when we put Kamada in the middle, and like we said, we'd switched Pino over to the left, it just seemed to work a lot better. We sort of got the upper hand fairly early on and had pretty sustained pressure from then.
Yeah, you get the impression it's going to be Wharton, and when we're full strength, it's going to be Wharton and Kamada, and then it's going to be Pino, Sarr, and Mateta is going to be how it will stack up. Mm-hmm. And then obviously it just feels so harsh on Hughes, I think, but
he was great.
Yeah, he is great. Yeah.
He is great. That's, if we only did one podcast per season, we could just say, well, Hughes is great and move on. But I thought he was brilliant on Saturday, just really kept things ticking over and, again, equally effective, trying to progress play as he was trying to break up their play. Like he was, he's great. He's slowly becoming, maybe one of my top 5 Palace players ever, all things considered. It
is a good sign as well, though, when, like I've always quite liked Hughes anyway, but he's the sort of player you'd be like, I don't mind him coming in. If Decore is injured or I don't mind him coming in. To now, like you're saying, Terence, it's harsh to be like, I don't think he makes it in when everyone's fit, because he has been so good over the last...
I'll have him over Kamada in that midfield too, any day.
Yeah, and again, it's going to depend on opponent, right? You probably don't go Wharton. Well, in saying that, we went Wharton Kamada in the FA Cup final, FA Cup final, and they did fine. It just shows you it's good. Like I think we got good depth in that position, and Kamada's flexibility really helps with that. Yeah, really. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to this season.
Do you think at any point this season we'll see Kamada and Ahamada in the middle of the pitch?
No.
If anyone sees Ahamada in general, I think it's a positive, because he's disappeared from the face of the earth. Poor guy.
Right, then we get a chance for each team from long throws, and because now long throws are back in full force. And I saw a great stat today from Duncan Alexander, which says Stoke City, the long throw originators, not originators, but of recent years, has an all-time cumulative negative goal difference, with their best ever position being level, which was only for 10 minutes before they lost that opening game 2-0, like their first game ever. So Stoke City have never, ever had a positive goal difference.
Bloody hell.
In their history.
Ever?
As a cumulative, like from game 1 to now, they've always had a negative goal difference, except from the opening 10 minutes of their first game when it was 0-0.
How does that work? How does it exist? I don't understand.
Yeah, utterly incredible. But so Sunderland have
Who sat there and worked that out?
Well, Duncan Alexander.
Well, clearly. But why?
Why has Duncan Alexander?
How much time do you have to have on your hands to go, I wonder if Stoke have ever... I wonder if Stoke's cumulative goal... Anyone? No, don't leave it with me. Right. It's very impressive, and
He is. I think on socials he goes by Oily Sailor, and he is. He does come up with some mental stats, sort of in that vein. But yeah, Sunderland launch one in and kind of drops to. Is it Isildur? He sounds like something out of Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
I think, is there an Isildur in Lord of the Rings? There might be.
I've never read it. Soz. Or seen the film.
It's definitely your round in the pub quiz, Terence. It ain't my round.
I feel like you should have worked on the Lord of the Rings films. It feels like a hole in your CV.
Well, two problems. I was about 15 when they were being made, and I didn't live in New Zealand. But apart from that, I was cruelly overlooked.
And wasn't even on Dream Team yet making teas.
I was going to say, Manchester United's gain.
But yeah, so Isildur's sort of tamely volleys wide. Diarra curls one over, and then Richard's long throw drops to Kamada. And before we started recording Hesketh, you were talking about how probably this was the most impressive save in a lot from Roefs, getting down low to his right, especially in the rain to keep it out.
Yeah, he couldn't have hit it any better. And sort of much like the one where he went down low for Mateta, it looked like a goal until it wasn't. It was just a really, really good save. I don't think Kamada could have done anything more with the shot. You know, it was going into the corner. Wet pitch, it was going pretty quick. He must have thought it was in. But yeah, another great save, unfortunately, from this Roefs guy. And poor old Daichi, who had another shot, which I'm sure we'll get into, could have had 2 goals and a fucking assist and came away with none of the above.
He did come away with Chris Richards' shirt in the international break. I forgot about that.
He did.
USA played Japan, and they did a little shirt swap at the end. That's the Hazy Jane starting to wiggle the tongue around a little bit. Image, yeah. And then we end up with the next point blank range save from Mateta. I haven't seen any angles from this to maybe it would have been offside, but I don't know if Munoz's pass is actually going backwards, and then I don't know. I just think he might have been offside here if this actually went in. But yeah, really good save from the goalkeeper's chest. But then he then follows up the keeper, gets a rebound, and Pino kind of half flattens the goalie, but he makes the most of it. And then Pino's giving him a bit of beef. Do you get the impression, Albert, that might be a little bit of a shithouse in Pino?
Yeah, there's something about him, isn't he? I think I was surprised to learn that he's only 22 because he looks like he looks older, and to be quite frank, he looks like he's seen some shit. That's what we need, though.
Former Villarreal teammates, or on the hard streets of Spain.
Listen, if Will Hughes isn't a guaranteed starter, we do need someone with a little bit of needle. So I'm very happy for Yemi Pino to step up to the plate.
He's from Las Palmas in Spain.
Wasn't
mean streets?
Band.
Didn't they do? That wasn't.
That's the Birdie song, isn't it?
Is it like the hip, the Canary Islands?
The hip to the hip.
No, that's Parish doing Rappers Delight.
No, it's not. I'm sure it's Las Palmas.
I think, yeah, you are right. I'm just pretending that I don't know what that is.
By the way, it is in the Canary Islands, so it is the Birdie song. Any song about him is a Birdie song because he's from the Canary Islands.
And now he's an eagle.
And now there you go. And talking of eagles, we then brought on the Super Eagle from Nigeria. So we can all do segues.
Yeah.
Unless I've peaked too early there, Terence, and you weren't ready to talk about him yet.
No, we can do
early.
we can talk about Uche. Firstly, on we have another shot of greatness here with a song for Uche.
Uh-oh.
I know what this is, and I actually...
When you say we,
you actually hate it, or you don't hate it?
I don't hate it at all.
So it's who? It's Nas, isn't it? It's a Nas song, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is Uche Wally. It's Nas and Braveheart. I think it was.
Say Major Uche.
No. It's just it. Uche Wally Wally, Uche Bang Bang. Uche Wally Wally, Uche Bang Bang.
See, I quite like that song.
And no one else has got a football song to Uche Wally by Nas.
No, that's
telling you,
that's true.
Doesn't happen.
Thoughts, Albert?
He's going to be like 5 out of 10.
Need to hear it in full glory, which will never happen. So
Yeah, you just have.
When I say you say, we say, yeah, I'm going to be on this hill like the when I say you say we say Elise make some noise, which never happened. Someone else did say Pastor Uche on the left hand side was quite good.
Oh, that's not bad.
Better.
Oh, is it? Is it because you know the song that it's based on?
It is better.
And also Dutchy sounds nothing like Uche.
Okay.
But anyway,
you weren't.
Anyway, please welcome the Christantus Uche, because that's what it will be.
Yeah.
Because we're shit.
That doesn't scan, does it? You can't get Christantus into that.
Yeah, you can.
Can't scan it. There's no QR.
It's a bit.
Parish, if you're listening, give him a QR code for crying out loud.
Get out of the bloody gym and sort out the QR codes, please.
I'll phone Sharon Lacey. She's back. I'll ask her to sort out your QR code. She's back. She's CEO, mate.
Wowzers. Do you think she'll send me an updated cheerleader's jacket?
She's got to build the main stand first, mate. One thing at a time.
I think she's got to do it on her own. So actually build it, yeah. Because no one else is gonna.
She's asked that new signing in the women's team to give her a hand.
Can you just hold this?
She's going to put the roof up.
Oh my God. We can't just keep saying this new woman from the women's team. This is outrageous. Tall Palace women's player. If it's of any comfort, I barely know what the male new signings are called. What's his first name? Kristen Conker. What is it? Christantus.
Christantus.
Her name is Justine Van Havermat. Is that right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
She is. Do you know what's utterly crazy? She's the same height as me.
What?
She's 6'1". She's the same height as me. She's from Belgium.
Belgium.
She's from St. Nicholas.
To be fair, 6'1" is quite tall to me. So.
Yeah, but just next to everyone else, she looks like an absolute giant. She's 33 years old as well. Back end of her career.
God, imagine being 33. My knees worked back then.
Mine definitely didn't. Right, so yeah, Uche Wally Wally. He gets a chance towards the end. Hits a good shot again. Roefs is in the way to save it. Question is, I mean, Albert, you'd fucked off by this point, right?
Well, I had departed at this point.
Okay, good. So, Hesif, you said you wasn't sure, you hadn't seen it back. I saw loads of people crying on social media that we should have had a penalty in this chance, and having seen it after Uche shoots, the player definitely makes contact with his foot and goes through him a bit. And it's kind of one of those ones where anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I assume it got VAR'd because they all are supposed to, aren't they? And probably what it did for us is, like you say, it was in the penalty box rather than not, which is a bit annoying. I
thought you was going to say Darren England was on VAR. Was it? I don't know who was on there.
We can find out. Hang on. This is great audio. I'm getting the program. The VAR was someone called T. Robinson.
Okay.
Tommy.
Hang on.
That's why we didn't get the penalty.
It was T. Robinson.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh
dear.
Now we know. It all makes sense.
Yeah. He waved the flag, but it was the wrong one.
Why has the linesman got his flag around his neck?
Ordering Indian street food. Mark Clattenburg explains why Crystal Palace didn't get what Oliver Glasner dubbed a clear penalty against Sunderland. So there you go. Oliver Glasner thought it was a clear penalty, which means it clearly was.
There was, I don't know if you left by this point, Albert. Did you see Glasner going fucking mental on the sidelines when the refs stopped the game for their player who had cramp / a head injury?
Yes, I did see that. That was just as almost as I walked out doing that.
We haven't really touched on just how bad the referee was.
Yeah, he was pretty shocking.
But that point where their guy went down on the edge of the box and we had the ball sort of near the halfway line and were pushing forward. And the ref just sort of stood still, not running, following play, just kept looking back between us and their player. Their player then sort of touched his head, so the ref stopped the game. It turned out he had cramp. The physio never came on, and the bloke just got up, and we had to get the ball back on the halfway line. And obviously everyone in the crowd was going mad. The ref had a terrible game up to that point anyway. But Glasner was on the pitch. I'm surprised. He might have been booked. I didn't see, but he was livid at what was going on. So yeah, I don't know how these referees keep turning up at Palace games. Or
what's worse, that or booking Sarr for pulling a hamstring? It's a very close run competition.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. I feel sorry for Sarr. Okay, that was perfect timing because that was exactly where I had my note that said the referee. So this does mean now we're unbeaten in 10 Premier League games, which equals our best ever top flight run. For some reason, I thought it was 12, but it is 10 in 1991. We opened the season 10 games unbeaten. And then we're 15 unbeaten in all competitions. So our record all-time unbeaten run is 18 in all comps, but all of those 18 were in league. So our record in the league is 18 unbeaten as well. So three more will level our all-time unbeaten run, but we've got to go some to do our all-time league unbeaten run, which dates back to the end of the 68-69 season and start of 69-70 season. 9 games unbeaten at home. We are miles off of the record there. That's 32 is our record. It was a very long time ago.
I was going to say, that's not right at all.
Is it in 1861?
It spanned 50 years.
Yeah, we had this really good unbeaten period.
Yeah, we only played 32 games in 60 years.
Was it that time when we didn't actually exist as a club?
No, it was, we were playing games, but no, they were against cricket teams. But no, I don't even think Roy Hodgson was alive, so that's how long ago it was. Yeah.
Did anybody listen to the Roy Hodgson 2-parter on the Lineker podcast?
No.
It's quite good. There's probably about a 5-minute section when he's talking about his time at Palace, which was quite interesting to listen to, and he talks about how his first tenure, he had players of a certain standard, and then he said, and obviously when he came back for his second spell, how much improved all the the playing staff were. Yeah, it made it. Obviously, it doesn't make me miss him as our manager, and I would like him back. But it did. He's clearly he clearly loved the club, and he speaks very highly of everyone involved. It's a nice listen if you want to dig it out.
Yeah, it's always just a shame that he stayed on for the next season. If he would have just ended at the end of that season, and we can't imagine we would have got Glasner in then. It would have been, yeah. But yeah, I think overall his body of work was impressive for Palace, of course. Especially with the quality of player he had the first time, and then with a bunch of them only intent on running down their contracts effectively. So, yeah, completely different place now. Right, we are now into what I'm calling Green Street Week. We've got Millwall tomorrow, and we've got West Ham on Saturday. West Ham. So,
Dear.
So Millwall. Well, first off, I'm getting the impression ticket sales ain't been going great because I keep getting text messages from the club offering me to buy increasingly more and more tickets.
You can buy 2,000 tickets per person.
Yes. So that's not great. But everyone was saying the same about Fredrikstad at home, and then that ended up being an effective sellout anyway. So, I love that. First time we've ever met them in the League Cup. They've had a bit of a mixed start to the season. I think in the league, 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw. So down the middle. But Albert, is this Mateta's revenge? Is that what are we going to see that? Or saying, I have seen pictures of Nketiah on the training pitch today. So maybe it will be him who starts. But you've got to think Mateta's going to want to do a bit of a boom in front of the Millwall fans again.
Surely too soon for Nketiah to start a game. I guess the only other thing there is, does Uche get a start? Throw him in at the deep end? I don't know. You'd like to think that. I'd be very surprised if Mateta doesn't start, and it's a fairly strong team, maybe with 1 or 2 changes, and then maybe some of the newer signings will get longer minutes. Who knows? But who doesn't want to see Mateta give it some to the Millwall fans?
Glasner actually revealed some of the players who are going to be playing tomorrow in his press conference. Benitez is starting in goal. Convo is starting at the back. And apparently, I think I read, Esse is also going to start. Wharton and Nketiah apparently are going to likely feature against West Ham. But I think Nketiah as a sub. And then Sarr maybe back for Liverpool.
Klein just for the lulz.
For the loss. It's bad enough we've got Rafa Benitez in goal, mate. I know you love the deep block, but
I wouldn't mind seeing Uche get a start. Just because I liked his sort of, how long did he get? 15 minutes? Looked pretty good. Be good to see him get a longer run out.
Yeah, we're good. As Glasner was saying, hopefully this season is circa 60 games long plus, because we're going deep in tournaments and whatever, and we're going to have to use the squad. And yeah, in these sort of games, this is where you're going to need to use the squad. Mm-hmm. Take the calculated risk. It's lower league opposition. Yeah, why not let Romain Esse do up his old team? I think that works. Good. And then we play West Ham, who have had what can only be described as a dog shit at start to the season. It is so funny that they've got that 3-0 win at the City Ground just thrown in the middle there, quite randomly, beating Forest 3-0. But in the other 4 games, they've conceded 3 goals or more. 3 times conceding 3, including against Sunderland, Wolves in the League Cup, and then Spurs on the weekend, and then 5 against Chelsea.
What's mad is the only game of theirs I've seen this season was that Nottingham Forest game. So to me, I'm like, oh, they're all right. When you were talking about this unbeaten run we're on, I was like, and we're playing a team that has shit the bed for most of the season so far. So we all know what's coming.
What did you? No, we all know what you think is coming.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Oh, we got to beat them, haven't we? We got to beat them. To do, I thought Sunderland were fairly tidy. I didn't think that it's not a game I came away from thinking. Of course, we want to be beating Sunderland at home and the newly promoted teams. There's an assumption that you're going to roll over them, but Liverpool barely got past Burnley at the weekend, so I don't think it was a bad point. I think it was a difficult game, but to go to then have Millwall at home and then West Ham are in dire straits immediately after, be a good week to nice point at home with a clean sheet, beat Millwall, beat West Ham. That's not a bad 8 days.
It's not bad at all, is it? And then a real test after that in Liverpool, but that's for the next pod, I guess.
We've already beaten them this season. Do it again.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to take my boy to that for his first ever game. And we're saying this, Liverpool was one of your boys' first game as well.
Yeah. Lost 2-0.
And Hesketh?
It was, my first game, and we won. We won 1-0.
Was that Mark Bright?
It was Mark Bright, yeah. So hopefully, your boy will get more of my Liverpool game than Albert's Liverpool game.
My first ever Palace goal was scored by John Solarco, but I like to pretend it wasn't, so I'll just say Gareth Davies instead. Header in front of the Homestyle.
Nice.
Bosh. Who was your first goal, Albert?
Oh, we've played this game before. I can't remember.
Right.
I can't even. I didn't know what game it was. The game that I thought it was doesn't seem to exist in any record books. But I'm sure Ian Wright scored.
Okay. Right. So someone was asking on the BBS or reminding us that we haven't done our predictions for the year.
Can't do that. You can't spring that on me now.
I'm not going to. I'm giving you advance warning. Next week's podcast, we will be doing our predictions for the year. We've got the full squad in place now. We know who the players are. No one can leave. Can't be making up Eze being, because if we'd have done it in the first week of the season, Eze would have been taking up a lot of the guesses. So we've got what we've got now. So next week we'll do that. Sound
Eze,
good?
most assists, asterisks for Arsenal. One down already.
One down already, indeed. Yeah,
Sounds good.
I unfollowed him on all the socials.
That's the way to do it, mate. Welcome.
Yeah.
Unfollow and then never refer to them by their first name ever again. That's my rule.
Or never follow in the first place.
Never follow.
Yeah. Wilfred Zaha aside, of course, who is still Wilf.
I actually, to be fair, I follow Johnny Esther as well, but that's also a bit different.
And congratulations to the GOAT the other night, beating Lionel Messi 3-0.
Special day for Messi to meet Wilf, I think.
Yeah. That's nuts for each team. They got their 9 wins in a row now in the league. First ever team to do that in the MLS.
And they're managed by Dean Smith.
Yeah. Flying.
Who'd have thought?
But they've got some, because they signed Ashley Westwood and someone else as well. And they lost their striker as well. He came to Europe. So a bit of a turbulent season for them. But yeah, Wilf's just getting better and better. Doing a great job. Played a part in 2 of the goals as well. So Lionel Messi got to Series C's hero first hand, I imagine. No, right. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. I think we're recording Tuesday next week. Don't know. Are we going to randomly have a game again? No, Tuesday next week works, I think.
Will we have brought our Dynamo Kyiv tickets by that point?
They'll probably go on sale when we're on the pod, while we're doing a pod or something.
And we'll all miss out.
I don't know. It's got to be soon. Got to be soon.
It does.
Probably get tomorrow night out of the way and then all go. Unless there's talks going on behind the doors, I don't know. About it being moved to Selhurst. We'll probably end up not playing anyone in their own stadium. It will only be Strasbourg.
Yeah.
Shelbourne, we have to play somewhere else. Dynamo Kyiv, we have to play somewhere else. I hope it's in Strasbourg because we've got our, Eurostar.
Yeah, same.
Bloody everything booked.
Ooh la la. I haven't booked my flights to Dublin yet. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but...
By the way, you guys are going to see me. This is a callback to last year or the year before. When we see each other in Strasbourg, you're going to see firsthand how much I love Baguette.
Does he play for them?
He's on loan from Chelsea.
Right. Okay. Cool. So yeah, back recording Tuesday next week. So out for you on Wednesdays. On Wednesday, and yeah, for those who ordered the caps, sometime in the next week, we hope. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, Hesketh. Thanks, Albert. And until next time, up the palace.